Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
All bangers for my members. All bangers for my members. Y'all know the count. All bangers for my members. Let's get it. 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 Let's go. Let's keep this movie going, y'all. We are now on chapter 12, part 2, man. Going to the hole just started feeling normal. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I've been like, I kind of probably thought I broke a record. You know what I mean? Every time I would talk to my mom, it was crazy that maybe we'll have a conversation and I'll be in population for a day or two or a week or 2 weeks, a month. And next thing you know, the next time we'll talk, I'm in the hole, y'all. Like, it just started I was numb to it. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I started feeling good, like being away from everybody. Like, you know what I mean? I felt like if I could be locked down, then maybe I won't get in trouble. Like, that's how I started looking at it, because the only time I wouldn't get in trouble is when I was in the hole. That'd be the only time I'm not getting in trouble, y'all. I'm not even welling to y'all. I'm not lying. That'd be the only time that I will not get in trouble. So I started thinking to myself, like, maybe I just need to stay back here in the hole. Like, I'm not gonna get out. Like, even if they tell me I'm gonna get out, I'm not gonna get out. So after the last incident, man, with me getting into it with the preacher man dude, the dude in the Christian block, man, like, after me and him fought, or whatever you want to call it, they just looked at me and they used to look at me with disgust when they used to come lock me up. I'm promising you, man, all the officers at the jail, they just look at me in disgust because they knew I was young and they knew that I was just somebody that just couldn't get along with nobody in no block. Like, and it wasn't always me. Things used to come my way, and that's what they really didn't understand. But I just had to just keep looking at them back with my nose up, like, man, forget y'all. Like, y'all, like, I'm in jail. Like, I'm surviving the best way I can. If y'all don't agree about how I survived, then that's on y'all. Y'all go home every day. I do not go home every day. So it's a different story. It's a different situation. But I felt where they coming from for a slight little, just a little bit. I was feeling where they was coming from, because it do look bad going to the hole that much, man. I promise you, man, like, they were so disappointed when they came and got me and the dude that was fighting, because the dude I was fighting, he never goes to the hole. He never gets into nothing, man. Like, I don't know where he went at when they took us, but when they took us, the lieutenant came and got him and was talking to him. And he was back there like, yo, it wasn't my fault. He hit me. And I didn't even punch him like I probably should have punched him now that I hear him back there talking to the deputies. But I didn't punch the man. I pushed him. You know what I mean? I only pushed him just to start something, just so I can get up out of there. I knew dude was a maniac, and I knew it was a good chance dude probably can pound. It was a good chance dude probably can beat me down. I knew that, man, but I had to take my way out. I didn't want to be in the preacher block no more, man. I didn't want nobody thinking it was my daddy, man. So it was time for me to roll. So they take me back to the hole. You know what I mean? They take me back to the hole, man, where I'm more familiar with the damn hole. That's where they took me to, y'all. They took me back to the Bing. I get to the Bing, man. The sergeant dude put me in a cell dolo. You know what I mean? Like, I was lucky enough, because usually you don't really get to go in a cell dolo all the time in the hole. In the Virginia Beach jail, you have a roommate in the hole. So, like, I used to get lucky from time to time, but this time when he took me back, I didn't have a roommate. You know what I mean? So they take me back. They ain't had no words. Like, they ain't talk to me like, yo, you dumb. Like, they just knew the count. Every time I go to the hole, they know the count. So they just locked me up, put me in the cell, man. I'm in the cell. I hear everybody in the block. Everybody tripping, rolling, dudes is in there. Like, I ain't really got no kick it because I don't really know nobody. You know what I mean? So I just sat on the bed. I made my bed up. I sat down and I just kind of got my thoughts together. You know what I mean? I just try to figure things out, like try to just see, why is my life headed in this direction? Like, I used to think, like, why I'm like for me to have to stay out the way. Like, why do I have to be this wild with it? Why do stuff stay coming my direction, unravel? Why do things stay coming my direction? And I thought to myself that, you know, it ain't about having bad luck. It's just about being in jail. That's why I be telling y'all not to come to jail, man, because, like, jail is the worst place to be, man. Like, you gotta think about surviving. You got to think about keeping your head on a swivel, making sure there's no enemies in there. And you still trying to fight your case. And you still stressing about being gone from your peoples. It's a lot that you go through in the jail, man. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Do not get locked up. Do not go to the jail, because jail is the worst part of the bid. If you have a bid coming your way, it's the worst part. So like, I just really kind of, man, I just told myself, like, man, you know what, bro? Like, man, you should just sit back here. You should just sit back here for a while, man, to get your thoughts right, at least for a month. You know what I mean? Or whenever they call you to get packed up to go to penitentiary, Like, you should just sit back here, bro. Like this, you know what I mean? Like, just deal with it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just try to stay away. Hope you get a good roommate, for you can have a little decent little situation in the hole, and you can just, you know what I mean, become a lifer in the hole, man. Like, that's what I was becoming, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna be a lifer in the hole, y'all. So boom. I say probably 2 days I was back there dolo. I'm back there dolo for 2 days, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So when you in the hole, the rule is, which is an unwritten rule, but the rule is whoever's in the room first gets the bottom bunk. That's how the rule always been. The rule always been this right here, y'all. And I looked at it like, you know, regardless who come in this joint, I'm on the bottom bunk. Because when I came in people's cell, all those times I went to the hole, y'all, every time I went in somebody's cell, I got on the top bunk. You know what I mean? I get on the top bunk until he leave, or then I move down, and that's how I go. You know what I mean? Everybody know the routine. That's the routine of prison. That's the routine of jail. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at things before I even got to prison. Like, yo, I got the bottom bunk. The bottom bunk is better because you don't have to hop off. You can get up when you want to, walk to the door, stretch your legs more. Like, when you're on the top bunk, you just stuck on the top bunk. I never wanted to be on the top bunk ever, not even in penitentiary. Some people like the top bunk, not me. I don't like the top bunk. But, like, I'm looking at it like, man, I got the bottom bunk, so I ain't tripping. Next thing you know, they bring somebody in. So when they bring somebody in, they bring a white dude in, and then I'm thinking he coming at my cell, so I'm standing at the bars just looking at him, right? So he come in, then he make a right. He go down to the cells down there. So they take him to the cell down there. And then you can still hear, like, the door is like we're in the cells. In front of us is the little day room slightly. That's not really a day room because it's so small, but you can tell they probably used that as like a little baby pod before they made it a hole. So it's nobody in the day room because it's always kind of gloomy and dark looking, but the day room is right there. Behind the day room slightly is the bars, and it goes down this little joint, and you can tell when the door is open, because when that door opens up, you can hear the noise from the hallway, the people in other blocks or wherever the case people is at. So you will know when the door is open. So when they took the white dude down to the other cell, the door was still open. We can hear it. Usually they'll close the door. We know all the routines of bringing somebody when there's new people, all that. We already know all of that. So the door was still open. I hear the noise, you know what I mean? So I'm still in the door. The dude beside me, he like, yo, AT White, you might be getting a roommate. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. I used to talk to this dude named Lawrence. You know what I mean? Lawrence was from the beach. Me and him used to, you know what I mean, swap magazines. I had magazines. He used to swap me books for magazines. We used to do stuff like that. So he telling me like, yo, you might still get a roommate. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I know, man. I've been back here dolo for a minute, so they probably do give me a roommate. So I went tripping. Next thing you know, I look up. I see the CO coming in the jump. He walked down where the bars is at. I'm telling y'all about, because they got to walk down this little bar thing, then open the door, then they'll come into our pod. So I see him walk down. So when the white dude walked down, it was a white correctional officer. I mean, a white CO. When he walked down, he stopped, and he's looking down to the part that we can't see, but everybody see him looking. He's like, man, come on, man, come on. Then next thing you know, I'm looking. I'm like, who is he talking about? Like, so, because usually they walk you back there. So he like, come on. So I'm looking. And I'm like, the next thing you know, man, I promise y'all, I look up, man. I see a little guy. I'm going to say little guy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to use the word midget. I'm not going to use that word, or dwarf. I use that for my title, but it was a little person, man. It was a little guy, a little person. And I see him. He's a white dude. He's walking, man. He had looked so, because like I couldn't even really see until his mattresses kind of like came down a little bit. I couldn't even really see his face because his mattress and his little bag was kind of like blocking his whole face. You know what I mean? So he walking in, and then he come like this, and then I see him. I'm like, damn, that is a little, I'm not gonna use the word. I'm like, that is a little guy. I have seen little guys on the street and on TV, but I never saw one in jail. I saw one in prison years later, a couple of them in prison, but I never saw one in the jail so far. So I'm looking and I'm saying the whole thing I'm going to saying in my head, like, they can't be bringing this guy in my cell. You know what I mean? They can't be. So I'm thinking, I'm hoping this other room, because I don't keep track of whose cell is open and all that, because you're in the hole. It ain't about so much you can do. You ain't talking to nobody. So I'm praying, y'all. I am praying. They not about to bring this dude in my cell, man. He's a little person, man. I'm like, I know they not finna do this, man. I know they not finna do this. They can't do this right here. Man, I look up. CEO was like, come on. He was like, they stopped right in front of my door. He was like, he had the paper. He was like, wait. I was like, what's up? He like, you gotta move to the top, man. I was like, move to the top? Why I gotta move to the top? What you talking about? He was like, cuz, man, he can't get on the top bunk. I was like, then I looked at him. I'm like, man, dude, I was like, man, this is crazy right here, man. I was like, this is nuts right here. So I'm like, nah, man, put him in another cell, man. I was like, yo, this ain't the cell for him, man. Put him in another cell. You know what I mean? So the white dude just standing there, the little white dude just standing there like, he still got his bag and his man. He like, man, white, look, I can't put him in another cell right now. And it's the only place. He ain't gonna give you no problems, man. Like, just let him in there, man. Like, just let him come in there, man. Like, I need this cell. I'm like, man, so what's gonna happen if I buck? Because I ain't supposed to be getting on no top bunk, bro. I've been back here too many times to be on the top bunk. I'm not getting on no top bunk, man. So what? The white dude was like, look, he can have the bottom bunk. He was like, no, he can't. CEO was like, no, he can't. White, you have to move to the top. Move to the top, white. I was like, man, what if I don't move to the top? Man, I ain't trying to hear all that, man. What if I don't want to move to the top? What you gonna do? He was like, what I'm gonna do? He said, I'm gonna take you to Siberia. I was like, oh. He said, we got room over there. I was like, that joint kind of took all the buck out of me. I looked, my face still angry. I looked, the little midget dude, he gave me like a little look like, I'm like, man, shh. All right, man, backed up. Open my door. Door open up. White dude come in, like, he dropped his jaw on the floor. You know what I mean? CEO was like, good, everything good, close it. He closed the door. He left. I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, he was like, hey, before you say anything. He had like his voice was like crazy deep pause. Like, he had a deep voice. I ain't even gonna lie. He was like, hey, before you say anything, I know I'm a midget. I don't want no problems. You can have the bottom bunk. We just had to go through that song and dance just for the police, but you can have the bottom bunk. I'm like, I'm saying in my head, I know I can have the bottom bunk, but no, I'm not gonna pick on somebody that's smaller than me. That's not what I'm gonna do. But still though, man, why they put this dude in my cell, y'all? Like, this was wild right here. So he get up, he like, look, just help me make my bed. You know what I mean? I'm like, help you make your bed? He like, yeah, because I don't want to stand on your bed. I said, no, just get on the bed and make the bed. I want to say, little guy, get on the bed and make your bed. Just get on the top bunk, climb from the toilet onto the top bunk and make your bed. That's what you got to do. How you need help making your bed? He was like, cuz, you know, like, I just, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it right like that. So at least let me get this part, you tie up that part. So me and him bank the bed. So I'm like, let me help him with this, man. I'm like, go grab that side. He's still on the toilet, then got on the sink. Usually dudes get on the toilet and then get on the bed from the toilet. He had to get on the toilet and then he had to get on the sink just to do the other part of the bed. So we banked the bed. I'm doing the back, he doing that side. I'm like, we tie the bed up, tie the sheet up. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he jump on the bed like this, y'all. I'm like, jump on the bed. I was worried he was gonna sing. He was like, I ain't trying to hear the bed go push, push, like he bounced and everything. I was like, So he in there. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy, man. I'm like, yo, what happened? How you in here, bro? What's going on? He was like, man, hold on, man. His legs start hanging off the top bunk, like them Jones was low as hell. Them Jones was like right by my head. Paul was like, I'm sitting right here, I'm talking to him. He like kind of a little bit down right there, but I just see his legs kind of like, his legs was dangling from the top bunk. I'm like, yo, man. So I'm like, hey, yo, how you get put in here, man? Like, what? I know everybody can go to jail, but like, why are you in here? He was like, long story, man. He was like, I done been in Virginia Beach jail before. They know me. He was like, I've been getting locked up since the 90s. I was like, you did? I was like, how old are you? He was like, I'm 47. I was like, damn. thought you was 27, man, because he did a little young. He had he didn't have a lot of white guy hair. He had like a low cut, like a Caesar, like mine. It's like a low haircut with the edge up. And he had a big head, of course, pause. But like, he didn't look old. He didn't have gray hairs. He didn't have facial hair either. So like, he didn't look old at all. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, 47, man. I was like, damn, so what you here for now? He was like, domestic, man. He was like, shit, man, my fucking girl, she just fucking always just overreacts, man. You know, we live in Virginia Beach. It's like the police knows me, man, because I used to work this bar. I said, you worked at a bar? He was like, yeah, I was a bartender at this bar down on Laskin Road in Virginia Beach. I was like, man, you was a bartender, man? He was like, yeah, well, you think I can't be a bartender? I was like, nah, but look, what happened though? He was like, yeah, man, they just know we always get into it, man. I said, man, look, I ain't trying to be rude. I said, is your wife, your girl, is she a little person too? He was like, nah, my wife is full grown, full tall. Like, no, she's regular size, man. Like, she's just regular size, but we've been together since we was 19 years old. So we just always fight, man. We got 3 kids. We always fight, da-da-da-da. So he going in, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, wow. Like, so, like, he always getting tore off on domestic stuff and the police locked the little dude up. That's wild. So his wife said he hit him. He said, which he didn't hit her, he pushed her. So when she called the police, they grabbed him. You know what I mean? So he in the jail for domestic. Nothing serious. But I said, why did you come to the hole? He said, I always come to the hole, man. He said, I can't do population. He said, I'm not going to get along with nobody, man. I got to stay back here, man. I'm just try my hand and roll the dice with a roommate. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, man. But like, dang, man, like, that's crazy, man. I'm like, oh, for real, man. Like, I ain't really coming out the hole. Like, I've been back here a couple weeks now and I ain't going nowhere, bro. Like, I'm chilling, like, you know what I mean? So you think you gonna stay in this cell and get a bottom bunk or whatever the case is? Like, for real though, that's why I was telling them to put you in here, because I'm about to get on my life of shit. So I ain't coming out. So I'm just giving you the count up front. He was like, nah, man, it's cool, man. He was like, it's cool, man. Like, shit, fuck it, man. Like to be honest with you, man, I just want to get some shut eye. That's all I really want to do, man. I just want to get some shut eye. So I'm like, all right, man. So I left him alone. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, what's your name, man? He was like, he told me his name, man. Like, if I say his name, people might know. I ain't got no people in the community, so I'm not gonna say his name, man. But he told me his name. We gonna call this dude Billy Bob. That's what we gonna call him, man. We gonna call him Billy Bob. So he was like, yeah, man, Billy Bob, man. I was like, all right, man, docked him up. He went to sleep. He rolled over. He pulled a whole blanket over his head, and next thing I know, he disappeared. It looked like it was like a little bit of clothes balled up in the corner. That's what it looked like on his bed. It didn't even look like it was a person in the bed. It looked like it was some clothes balled up in the blanket thrown over it. That's what it looked like in the bed, man. This man was little as a bitch, y'all. That's my word. So boom, he go to sleep. You know what I mean? Now, I started seeing kind of like, damn, you know what I mean? Through like a few days of him being in the room. The first few days of him being in the room, we are in a cell, y'all, that's the size of a bathroom with a bed in it. And I'm being serious. Some people be saying they cells in prison is like bathrooms. That's because they talk about, because there's a toilet in their bathroom, in their room. But if you talk about size, nobody's cell is really a size of a bathroom unless you live in a big house or a mansion. You got one of them big bathrooms. Other than that, the cells are the size, the cells in Virginia Beach Hole are the same size as like a regular style bathroom. Just think about a regular style bathroom with a bed in it. And that's where we at. It's literally nowhere to move. Like, I'm being honest with y'all, there's nowhere to move in them cells. But you still can like have this much area to go to the door, and it's a little area. Like, you got a slight small area. The cells, regular joints is way more bigger, it's way more space. The whole joints is no space. So from the few couple days that he done been in there, I see Billy Bob like to sleep a lot. You know what I mean? He like to sleep a lot. Like, he one of those dudes that like, only time he was waking up is when I told him the trays were here. That was the only time he was waking up. He never woke up no more after that. Only time he woke up is when the trays came in. That's when that man will wake up. You know what I mean? So like, I'm like, damn, like, I don't care about nobody sleeping. You know what I mean? And I was trying to show, you know what I mean, Billy Bob some respect. You know what I mean? With him being a little person and, like, not just really trying to be on no bully stuff to a little person. So I'm trying to show him some little respect for a few days. But to be honest with y'all, man, every time I went back to the hole, man, like, when I wake up in the morning, like, I'll go to sleep early and I'll wake up probably 6 in the morning right before the trays. And after trays will come, And after I eat my breakfast, I would do push-ups off the toilet. I would put my feet on the toilet and that's the only thing you have room in there to do. You know what I mean? And that's small, but I would bang out 10 sets. You know what I mean? I would bang me out about 10 sets. And then, like, after I do that, like, I'm probably just pacing in the cell, just kind of like just getting my thoughts right. I'm in the hole. These are whole activities. You know what I mean? I used to work out in the morning, do my little pacing and walk in the cell. You know what I mean? Trying to stretch my legs. First couple of days, y'all, I wasn't even like trying to like push that on that man because like, I'm like, he be sleeping. And when I'm doing my push-ups, I'm banging them joints, y'all, right? So I make noise when I do my push-ups. A lot of people do when they working out. There's gonna be noise. There's gonna be your feet hitting the toilet. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. So after like the third, fourth day, I'm like, yo, I tell him, I'm like, damn. I said, Billy Bob, because we didn't really kick it after I told him what he was doing. I ain't really had no kicking for him. So I'm like, yo, Billy Bob. He rolled over out of bed. I'm like, yo, hey, look, what you gonna be sleeping all the time, man? I was like, you don't read or you don't do nothing. I said, what you gonna sleep all the time? I said, because I work out in the morning. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that's what I've been doing. You know what I mean? That's what I've been doing. So like, you know, like, what you gonna do, man? Like, I don't wanna wake you up. You sure you wanna stay in the cell? He was like, shit, man. Like, you know, I don't really like being disturbed in my sleep like that, man. Like, you know, like, I kind of just like sleeping in my bed away, man. Like, you know, so they come get me and I can go for a bond hearing or whatever the case is. I just want to sleep, man. Like, I don't care about this stuff, man. So like, only thing I ask from you is respect with noise. And I see you're not a noisy celly. So like, you know, I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same page, man. So I said, so what you saying? You don't want me to work out? You know what I mean? He was like, no, I'm not saying that. But like, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I be trying to sleep. I'm like, all right, man. So like, I kind of like looked at it like, no, I ain't trying to hear that shit. But again, I'm not trying to be a person that's picking on a little guy, y'all. That's not me right there. But this is wild. I got a little guy in my cell. This is crazy right here. So out of nowhere, the same CO that brought him in, he didn't work for like 3 days. He come back in and, you know, I'm not paying no mind. I'm in the cell. He come by and do count. He stopped. He was like, White, I thought I told you move your bed down on top to the top bunk. I was like, man, look, he said I can have a bottom bunk. He was like, no, we're not gonna be responsible if this motherfucker lands and busts his freaking melon head on this damn marble floor right here. We're not gonna be responsible for that shit. If he busts that fucking melon that he has on his head, it's not gonna be our fault. It's gonna be his damn fault. So we need him on the bottom bunk, White. So when I come back from doing this count, make sure you move your shit from the bottom bunk to the top bunk right now. I'm like, all right, man, you know what I mean? I'm mad as a bitch. Little dude, that man jumped off the bed. That jump was like that nigga was like he was jumping off a goddamn house, jumping off the bed. He trying to be fancy. This is my word. Usually, dudes get down from the toilet and then the sink. But if you were outside, you can just jump off the bed. Man, I promise y'all, when the CO said that, man, Billy Bob said, it seemed like he was in the air for a long ass time. That shit was like, that man hit the ground. Oh, he bounced into the door. He was like, oh. He grabbed his mattress. He was like, I should grab that shit. That shit fell on his ass. Looking at him, I'm like, he come from under the mattress. Just do what he says, man. You know, like, yo, let's fuck it, man. Like, you know, fuck it, man. Let's just do what he says, man. I'm like, I grab my shit. I'm like, man, shit. Stupid as a bitch, man. Like, this dumb ass shit, man. Yo, fuck, man. I'm gonna tell that lieutenant nigga, move me, man. I'm not staying in the cell with this dude. He acting like I can't work out and all this shit. So, goddamn, one night, goddamn, we in the cell, and the dude like 2 cells beside me, he was one of them dudes that know how to beat and do the rapping at the same time. I told y'all this is stories. Dudes that I have met through my bed that know how to rap and do that finesse 2-time shit. They are great, talented people. So every night, slightly, when he felt like it, he will give us a show in the pod. Song after song, all bangers, bro, from the beach. All bangers off the toilet, rapping, hitting the toilet with the brush, making the beat. And dudes would just be vibing in that junk, like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't got nothing else to do. You just, like, damn, that one hard right there. So I'm at the door like, and dude getting it in. Yeah, he rapping. This is my word. I look up, I feel somebody tap me on my back, like in the middle part of my back, like, I turn around, I was like, Look, I was like, what's up? He like, he's standing up, my word. Billy Bob standing behind me with his shirt off, because I guess he was asleep. He's standing behind me with his shirt off. He's like, hey, look, dude. He said, hey, man, like, shit, I ain't got no control over nobody in the cells, man. But, like, fuck, man, I can't sleep with you moving around bobbing your head like that, man. I said, what? He said, man, I can't sleep with you moving around all night bobbing your head to the music, man. I said, well, Billy Bob, you in the wrong goddamn cell then, Billy Bob. Like, I don't know what the hell you got going on. You in the wrong cell. What the hell is you talking about? You in the wrong damn cell. He like, man, shh. Come on, man. There you go, being disrespectful. That's how that shit wasn't gonna work, man. I'm like, man, all right, man. So I'm like, I thought about it again. I'm like, I can't be petty to the little guy, man. I'm like, this just another thing that God's testing me with. How I'm gonna handle it, who knows, y'all? So boom! I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the bed. I hop on the top bunk, lay my ass down. I grab my XXL magazine. I start looking at it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to calm myself down by looking at the XXL magazine, and I'm just trying to really think that, like, yo, like, maybe I should just leave. But why should I leave? I didn't tell them to bring Billy Bob no ass in my cell. They did that dumb ass shit. So why the hell should I leave? So I started thinking, I'm like, man, fuck this. Every time I get to thinking real crazy, like, or just be thinking about what should I do or what should I not do, sometimes, like, most of the time I choose to do the wrong thing. And I noticed that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew I should have just chilled and dealt with having a celly as a little guy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when Billy Bob started to get a little irritating slightly, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I just let it go. I let it go, man. But you know what happened this time? He sleep. The people come for breakfast. I'm seeing he gonna get up. I'm sitting on my bed. He on the bottom bunk. I'm seeing if he gonna get up and get out trays when the trays come. He on the bottom bunk. The people come to the tray. The dude from the kitchen like, yo. I'm sitting on the bed, just looking at the dude. He like, yo, come get y'all food, man. Yo, I'm like, get off the bed. I'm like, shh. Grab the food. I put my food on my bed. I put his food on the sink. I said, bah, bah, bah. I hit his bed like that. Bah, 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 bah. He was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, yo, man, get your ass up, man. The trays here, you ain't even get out trays. You got the bottom bunk. What do you think you gonna sleep all fucking day? He was like, oh, fuck, man. Fucking nightmare, man. Fuck, man. I dreamed that my fucking wife was fucking over me, man. Whole time, man. I was fucking walked in the house and it was a fucking dude this big, man, with a cock this big. I was like, oh, man. Pause won't even invent it then. But I'm like, damn, what are you? Come on. He was like, fucking swear to God, man. Fuck, dudes, this fucking huge. You had a cock this fucking big, man. I was like, yo, Billy Bob, chill the fuck out, man. I'm like, man, that man got a straight, that man sat on the bed. He was like, that nigga had farina dripping from his chin. Like, I never seen how he ate from the top bunk because I'd be on the bottom bunk. And now I'm seeing that man. That nigga ate that shit. Next thing you know, he put his tray in the tray slot. God, man, that nigga went right back in the bed. Pulled the blanket over his head. I'm like, shh. I ate shit. I'm like, man, fuck this shit, man. I get down off the bed. God, man, they came and got the trays. I got on the toilet. Shit. Yeah. I look up, and nigga Billy Bob ain't rolled over no more. Billy Bob, he laying in his bed, he like this. I'm like, I see him, I'm like, I get up, I'm like, he's like, hey man, what the fuck, man? Come on, man, I'm trying to fucking sleep here, dude. I was like, yo, listen, Billy Bob, I'm working out right now. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Leave me the fuck alone, man. You don't know you dealing with a fucking psycho. I ain't say that, but I'm like, leave me the hell alone, Billy Bob. What the hell are you talking? He's like, man, come on, man. You gotta be respectful and let me fucking sleep. I said, you are in the fucking hole, man. Ain't no sleep in this bitch, man. You sleep when you can. I don't know where the hell you been locked up at. I shouldn't have said it. I said, bro, they should have sent you to midget jail, nigga. That was wrong, and I apologize for that. But I gotta give y'all the full story of how this shit really happened. I told him, man, I said, man, you should have went to midget jail, nigga. The hell is wrong with you, man? You wildin', Billy Bob. He was like, man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. What, you wanna go? You wanna fucking go? I was like, what? He was like, you wanna fucking go? You wanna fucking go with me? Come on, you can fucking go. I'm not fucking afraid of you. He took his shirt off. He was like, that shit was all stuck behind his big ass head. He was like, you wanna fucking on, let's fucking go. Come on. I don't give a fuck how big you are, motherfucker. Come on, you not gonna fuck. Nigga got his hands balled up while he talking. I'm standing by the door looking at his ass. And he like, come on, I'm not gonna fucking let you fucking carry me. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. We can go. What the fuck? I told you it's not my first time. Fucking fuck you. Come on, motherfucker, fuck you. I'm sitting there looking at this little motherfucker like. I say, yo, Billy Bob, look, man. You better calm your little ass down, man. I'm telling you, you better calm your stupid ass down. He was like, man, fuck that. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit, man. I don't give a fuck. You wanna fucking... I said, look, don't bring your ass... You're getting close, Billy Bob. Stay your ass away from me, man. You're getting too close, man. He was like, man, fuck you. Fuck you, motherfucker. Come on. I don't give a fuck, dude. Come on. Come on. He started going crazy in himself, like... This man spazzing on me, y'all. This man going bananas. He's snapping out the hood. I said, man, I said, look, Billy Bob, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Don't come close to me like that, waving your motherfucking hands. But little did Billy Bob know that he done too much anyway for us to be still in the cell together. So it was already over when he started like making crazy threats. I don't give a fuck how big you is. You in jail, right? That means your ass over at the age to get your ass whooped. So that's all I was thinking. Because when they put me in jail at 18, you think anybody gave a shit that I was 18 and was gonna take it easy on me? No, I am over the age to get my ass whooped, just like Billy Bob is. So I let him go, and he just going, and then goddamn, he got close. I said, yo, man, get the fuck out. I moved on my left hand. I said, man, get the fuck away from me. Billy Bob said, motherfucker, that nigga came at me. That nigga did a Bushwick Bill jump. That nigga said, that nigga jumped in the air and that nigga jumped in the air and almost landed that shit, man. That nigga said, I said, I weaved that shit. I'm like, motherfucker. Then he came at me again. I grabbed his ass. Next thing you know, Billy Bob was on the top bunk. I said, stay your dumb ass up there. I put his ass on the top bunk, grabbed his leg. Get your ass up there. He said, boom, he hit the wall. He was like, he didn't want to jump down this time, because if he would have jumped, I would have caught his little ass. That nigga said, he came from the toilet. I let him get down. He come down. He's like, come on. I said, look, man, I ain't trying to fight you. Chill the fuck out, Billy Bob. He's like, fuck that shit. Come on, motherfucker. Come on, motherfucker. He kept doing all that crazy shit. I said, man, back the fuck up, Billy Bob. That nigga ran, grabbed my leg, rushed me. I'm like, this nigga got my leg. I'm like, motherfucker. I had keys coming. I'm like, man, I promise y'all, I grabbed Billy Bob little ass. Man, that nigga was on my leg. I grabbed nigga. I said, I had that nigga up like this, word. I walked this dumb ass to the toilet. That's word. I put his head in that bitch. That nigga head, his head, at the top of his head hit the water. I dumped his ass. I was like, motherfucker, fuck you, that nigga legs. Chill, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga. Dumped his ass again in that bitch. And he's like, motherfucker, I'm a king. I heard the keys, I'm like, police came, they like, wait, what the fuck you doing? I was like, fuck this nigga. I had him up like this. I said, yeah, motherfucker. I grabbed my foot, y'all. Panic, I grabbed my foot. I said, I flushed the toilet. That shit say, oh, I said, I put his ass in that shit again. Fuck you, nigga. I grabbed his, he's like, get the fuck. I threw that nigga. That nigga hit the bed, rushed me again. I'm like, man, get this little stupid motherfucker, man. I ain't even trying to hit him in front of the police. Police coming that bitch, boom, tackle my dumb ass. Niggas ball me up, take me to the fucking pod, got me handcuffed on the floor. Nigga got down, the lieutenant come in. Same black dude. He like, wait, what the fuck is matter with you? I said, yo, y'all put this little nigga in the cell with me, man. Y'all did this shit, man. I ain't asked y'all to do this shit, man. This man crazy, man. Y'all want me to get along with this nigga? I said, that's y'all fucking fault, man. I said, man, fuck you and fuck Siberia, man. Take me to fucking Siberia, man.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.